quiet day last week, forced to retreat, and Rawlings wrapped up in a steely tackle from Wellingham. Ball gives to Tuvey, and here go the Magpies. Dawes one out, free kick, shot for goal coming up. It'll come back. Kangas a bit unlucky. Now, if
Bring it back, it's a free kick here for holding against you.
If Dawes chose to play on late.
Yeah, got it. Thanks, mate.
So here's a member of that Collingwood Premiership team with enormous upside still in his game. And he kicks the first goal of the day. And it warranted every millimetre of the free kick.
Lloydie's point's the most accurate one at the moment. North Melbourne cannot get the footy. They've had 6 possessions total in the first 5.5 minutes.
So Dawes with the first goal, looking for the second. He won't get it, but Travis Cloke, whose left foot won't be damaged too much by the angle, should kick it from there. This is a most impressive start, an intimidating start from Collingwood. Cloke pops it through. Side bottom, up to the 50, Dawes. Pendlebury cruising through.
It's a classic play for what North Melbourne have been trying to do in the first quarter, and what they need is a bit of reward for their bravery in going through the corridor. They need to get a couple of goals out of the back and maybe put some, I suppose, nervous defensive pressure on the Collingwood defenders.
Magpies probably should have had 4 before North got on the board. They make up for a couple of misses with a beauty from outside 50. Dawes second.
Luckily he missed for the Roos' sake.
The Silver Fox just looking a little wound up. Wellingham. Beams, side bottom, that's very kickable. And kick it he does. From behind it, Wellingham, an arm chop by McMahon. Goes for Cloke, doing some solid boxing. Now loop ball. Oh, all on his own. McCaffer. And Didak running into the goal square unmanned. Collingwood turning up the heat. Ready in this quarter.
Pendlebury started in the goal square. We saw Dane Swan in the first quarter start at full forward. Second quarter, it's Pendlebury.
Dawes advancing for him. Cloke with a strong use of the hip and a good canny use of the left boot. Pass. Dale Thomas just nudging it. Door might yet open. Rawlings, now it's open. Blair from 45, and there's another one.
And he has got no movement at all. Some genuine fatigue from the North Melbourne players. Has to kick to a contest.
Swan, Blair, Swan, Pendlebury couldn't get onto the right. Beams from 35, that's another one. 6-goal lead. This quarter, they are turning the screw late in the piece. Kick to Jolly. Ferrito up with the spoil. Beams at the fall of the ball. Big Jolly can run in and bend it back. Magpies by 7 goals. Comfortable for Grimer. He's got to get the delivery right. He doesn't. And Beams can give to Didak, and he won't miss. This will be number 29 after a 5 disposal opening quarter. Now side bottom, too far out, sits it up. Cloke has this with his name all over it. Dawes to Johnson. Here they go again. Cloke's fanning wide. It's in his direction. Tarrant or Rawlings did okay, but Blair there to side bottom, and there's another one.
Slows down when he gets the footy, and as you said, he's got that basketball background and such great awareness of what happens on a football field. His hands are so sure and so clean. He's just an elite star of the competition, Scott Pendlebury.
And you see Tuvey. Harry O'Brien does what he has to do. Tarrant's fit in. They're not an unselfish team. They all just play for one another.
This for a 10-goal lead, approaching the halfway mark of the third term. Dane Beams, and that looks very, very sweet.
So easy, there's so much time, so much space.
Dawes down to Luke Ball. So what a beautiful kick, and Pendlebury can line them up.
You'd be disappointed though. I know we've spoken about.
I guess the Jared Waite precedent will ensure that he's exonerated of any problems with that. Pendlebury from 45 slots it. His first. Dak holds him up. Wells. And weaving his way out. Steele's side bottom. Cloke, Thomas arriving and can take it all the way. And he'll run in and join the goal-kicking club. For the Kangaroos, but straight to Cracker. Swings it into the 50. That's a brave mark by Nathan Grimer. Off to Rawlings. Now Cunnington just couldn't shrug the tackle, and the interception comes. Lee Brown to Cloke, and he rams home his fourth. To Darren Jolly. Wells just kicking a bit too strongly for Sam Wright. Tuvey, quick hands, Cracker, beautiful placement, and Swan had a choice to make there, and he's chosen the safe option to go.
So we'll see any of those players get to 40 by the end of the match.
Swan not a huge goal kicker for Collingwood, but he knows how to prod one through. Reid, who's been very good. Here's Harry once more through the middle. Just held up on the kick to give Dawes maximum opportunity. Roving him as beams, and he can put another one down in the book.
Required to be a gun AFL player. Helps when you come into a side that's of this quality, Lloyd. And he just complements everything Collingwood want to do. As a small forward, as someone who can go in the midfield, he's almost the perfect recruit.
I know, Tim, recruiting officers felt that they were so in footballers that they thought he's worth giving another chance to.
41 possessions in the grand final. Swan Districts, his team won by a point. He won the Simpson medal for best of field. Meanwhile, Travis Cloke kicks his fifth goal.
Petrie as the focal point works, I think.
Collingwood's ability not just to get the ball back, but to strip it back so efficiently, so cleanly is extraordinary. Dawes in the Cloke direction again. Two against him. They collided with each other. Swan the spill. Blair lurking. So's Cracker. He kicks a goal, and the Magpie fans love it. From his 11th use of the ball in 24 minutes of game time since coming on as the substitute.
Wow.
And you almost sense that Dane Swan wanted to give him the ball and give him the shot. And now Blair, no one giving him that. He had to earn it. He did, and he'll go back and line up. And this really is getting ugly for the Kangaroos.
For the composure that he shows and for the intensity he's got, it's a great story, this little man.
Has one goal for the day, and he curls it home for his second. It's out to 89 points.